Welcome back to our 100% playthrough of The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim on PlayStation 5. In the last episode, we finally returned the books that were needing to be returned to the college. After all that dungeon diving in Felglow Keep, Daphne finally decided to join us at the College of Winterhold. Arcano is up our butts about the Sigic Order, and most importantly, we finally got some of the most useful spells in the entire game at this point. Finally getting us the bound bow, so we can finally get back to our stealth archer roots, but this time with the magic twist. And while that's up, we also have now the Frost Atronach to go with our Flame Atronach and Skeleton Champion, which we have never used yet. So to test out some of these new abilities, I figured we would go ahead and take out some of the smaller quests that we have clogging up our quest log, especially ones having to do with magic and mages, since we're still enrolled as a college student. So let's tackle the Rising Dead. First off, I received an anonymous letter asking me to help stop a group of necromancers who are planning to raise an army of zombies. I should investigate the ritual site. And that ritual site, if we check the map, is going to be just southeast of Helgen. Although that's southeast up a cliff. Is there a better way to get to it? That has you in the valley of another cliff. Well, Helgen it is. Let's go. I mean, we do have Daphne to help us navigate mountains, after all. Let's go, girl. And I believe... Okay, so we can't actually pull out the bound bow while with Daphne, because you can use a regular bow and arrow, but not the bound one from horseback. That's fine. It's very hard to accurately shoot the bow while riding the horse anyway. I've used it in very few niche situations involving trolls, but sometimes bear too. But for most part, it's not very accurate to do it that way. And this is fine because we have our horse with an absolute abundance of stamina, who can absolutely cheese these mountains like they're not even there. I'm not even kidding. There she goes. I mean, she's not headbutting a boulder, she's climbing over that thing. Daphne is literally unstoppable. And I mean that in every literal sense. Since she is one of the unique horses in the game, she is unkillable. So even if you get caught in a fight you can't handle, don't worry about the horse. She cannot die. So, up the mountain we go. As ridiculous as it is, life made better with a unique horse. Alright, now I'm seeing undead coming after us with a axe or something. So let's get all the way up the mountain so we can get ourselves a good sniping post. Can't go that way. Alright, we'll go this way. I guess the game finally called us out on the nonsense we were doing with our horse. Bethesda's like, hey, we're crazy, but I don't think we're that crazy. I mean, I'm literally scaling a vertical surface here. Skyrim, it's not for beginners. I mean, how do you even get off? Hold on, Daphne. We're almost there. Alright, let's just hover around this way through the mountain. Again, get you an essential horse. Your life will never be the same. Okay, so it's found South Fringe Sanctum. That does not seem to be the source of the problems, so let's keep it moving. And it looks like our ritual site's gonna be down there, because we see zombies everywhere. And yes, these are zombies, not skeletons. So let's work our way up. Again through Horse Mountain shenanigans. Horse Mountain shenanigans, fully intact. No worries here. Alright, let's hide Daphne over here. Doesn't really matter where we drop her. One, she can't be killed, and two, whenever we fast travel, she'll fast travel with us. So let's get our boat. And actually, before we do that, let's get Flame Atrodoc pegging them on our behalf as we attempt to hide from them. Alright, so now Flame Buddy can guard our backs while we focus on sniping. And the good thing is, because we have that perk, Bound Weapons, from the Conjuration Tree, can fill soul gems. The only thing is, last episode, if I remember correctly, we got rid of all of ours. You got him, Flame Buddy. Or at least you can distract him. My goodness, that bound bow takes so much magic. Holy moly. Alright. So let's start plugging away at these zombies. Now I'm back in my element. Yes, I am literally day one Skyrim. 11-11-11. Stealth archer pretty much my entire life. So this is absolutely my wheelhouse. And thankfully it does increase your archery skill. Perfect. So let's go ahead, just take all the items from everyone. That guy unfortunately couldn't survive the zombie apocalypse. I think we're going to do a bit better. Especially when they go down one hit. This bound bow is absolutely no joke. And the thing is, I don't know if it's the archery skill that is making it strong, or if it is the conjuration skill making it strong. Go ahead, take some pot shots, open them up a little bit. We received return fire from somewhere. Where are we getting hit? Oh. You. Beat it. You and your friend. We don't need any zombie spectators over here. Jeez, we just called the whole legion of zombies to us. Try to be sneaky.
Fight!
Oh, that was the wrong shout for the occasion. Absolute wrong shout for the occasion. Somehow we are massively overweight. Is there something significant we can drop so we stop running into this issue? Like, this would have been good time for the inventory to say, yes, you have dragon bones on you. Fine, it's gotta be the armor. Now that armor actually is light, not a problem there. We've got some sort of heavy armor somewhere. There you go, 35 for your weight. It's not even better than what we have. And we really need to put some of these armors on display in the house. We've not been to the house in eons. That'll help us with this weight management long term. So let's go ahead, get rid of all that junk, get all the potions possible to help us, since we kind of used the wrong shout in the middle of a zombie horde. Regeneration, health, magic, you name it. Resist magic while we're at it. And hey, true shot. That makes the bows stronger. And while we're here, let's go ahead and get the correct shout on for the occasion. We are on a cliff after all. And I am having a problem navigating these peaks today. Now, the one caveat I do notice with the bound bow is you only have 100 arrows to work with. But let's be honest, it's going to despawn and you just respawn it with all of your arrows back intact. It's basically infinite arrows. Just like this. We got another 100 arrows to work with. They don't even take up our inventory space. So get out of here, zombies. Take all goodies. And let's keep it moving. So it seems like the ritual site is down here. Let's sneak up in case there's any others lurking around. I see another one on radar. Where's it at? Over there. Send it over that way. And peg him before he gets too close. Perfect. Okay, Warhammer definitely makes us overweight. So, Apprentice Necromancers, Spell Tome Conjure Zombie. I'm pretty sure you cannot buy that anywhere, actually. I think this is unique to this quest and this location. So here's the Necromancer's Journal. So this is going to be unique to a situation. Let's see what the heck was going on here. If I can even read that today. Third of Sun's Heights. Gosh, my eyes. I'm going to need a magnifying glass for this one. An apprentice of mine recently discovered an ancient tome in a forgotten cavern during a gathering expedition. This time is like nothing I've seen in a very long time. I believe it's a conjuration spell of some sort, but I can't be certain. I'll need to spend some time deciphering this. It could be quite valuable to us. Let's see, that was the 3rd of Sun. Now we're at the 18th of Sun, so 15 days later. I've spent the last several weeks, checks out, working tirelessly to decipher this ancient tome. It's just as I suspected. It is indeed a conjuration spell. However, the creature summoned is especially vicious, an undead zombie of wonderfully putrid potency that appears to be much more active in the late night hours. I'm not stopping now. I plan to create an even more powerful version of this spell. As Molag Bal was my witness, I shall have a zombie horde at my command before long. And then we jump to the 15th of last seed, so entirely different month. Nothing could have prepared me for the power I'm about to wield. The whole of my training has been for this imminent, soon for this moment. Soon my apprentices and I shall perform a ritual the likes of which has not been seen in centuries, and bring forth an undead army powerful and willing to do my bidding. Its power will radiate across Skyrim, bringing forth waves of undead from the darkness. The time is at hand. Well, fortunately for us, it was also at hand for you, because you didn't make it, unnamed necromage. However, we made it, And now we can take up the whole undead army you were trying to unleash on humanity. Because now we've got the spell tome Conjure Zombie. So just like that, let's go ahead and equip it, since Conjuration is absolutely our specialty. And you notice, sadly enough, it's only a novice spell. Summons a zombie for 60 seconds wherever the caster's pointing. So let's just throw it on. We won't actually keep it because it is a low-level spell, sadly enough. And here is our zombie. Hey, buddy. And again, if we try cast another one, the old one dies, just like most of the conjuration spells. So, really good. It's a really good mission to take on at low levels, just so you have the spell at hand. It's very easy to cast. I mean, look, it barely even moves our magic bar. So it's a very good entry-level conjuration spell if you're wanting to get into it. And if you come here at low levels, I can absolutely see this being a very hard fight, where it'd be very easy to get ganged on by the zombies. But as you saw, you get two different copies of the spell books. One you can display, one you can learn. Um, I think it's a very good, underrated quest. And just so we can prevent this disaster from constantly following us around, we have got to get to a store and get this stuff sold, because we are constantly not being able to move. Warhammer should help. There. Now let's quickly warp back. And for this purposes, since we have a lot of stuff to get rid of, let's warp it to Whiterun. Since there's 5 different vendors we can sell things to quickly. However, we're not going to be selling anything in the middle of the night. So let's always switch it to about noon. That's usually a pretty safe bet for everything being open by then. There, you can just stop it there so we know it's about noon. And sometimes the people don't spawn, teleport right in their place. Sometimes they have to walk there, so you may want to give them another few minutes just to get in position. Wow, I didn't even know Whiterun had a commander. Where in the world do you hide, Caius?
Wait, I know you.
Oh, daggone it, of course I have a bounty. You're making a
There's no
mistake.
You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes.
Well, if you say so, Commander. There, take my 40 gold for probably offending someone at the local supermarket.
Good enough. I'll just confiscate any stolen goods you're carrying.
Yeah, I don't
Then
care. I
you're
typically
free.
don't steal stuff that they know about. Alright, so this way we won't have Whiterun. You know what? Let's settle all of our bounties while we're at it before we get too far along, just so we're not getting randomly stood up everywhere we go. So to do this, just go to your main log, and instead of quests, we want to go to General Stats and Crime, and it'll tell you where the bounties are. So we have one in Hjalmarch and one in Hoffinger. And I can never remember where these places are. Hjalmarch, I hate that they do it by region and not by city. I'm pretty sure one of them is Windhelm, because of us literally slicing and dicing our way through Windhelm. I mean, it's kind of impossible to say we didn't hit a guard or someone there. So let's just run straight up to a guard and admit ourselves. Be like, hey, it's us. We're the people. We're the perps. We did it.
As a sea captain, but now I'm retired.
Jeez, did we get rid of all the guards too? Windhelm, where are your guardians? No wonder a rebellion started here. You have no police. You have no protectors. Who are you?
It's no secret the Aretino boy.
I mean, you're a soldier. Where the heck are the guards?
Who's going to stop him?
Windhelm, no wonder you turned into a crap hole. Okay, let's keep tacking on missions as we're trying to pay off our bounties. Gray Quarters, you got anything down here? I mean, a guard has to exist in this city somewhere. I know we didn't take out all their guards.
I'm so cold.
Yes, a kid that you can adopt, but again, guard, where? I'm just seeing soldiers. I'm starting to think we literally wiped out their entire police force. Especially since soldiers are all we're seeing. There may just no longer be Windhelm guards. This is unbelievable. Maybe in the finer quarters of town?
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close?
Yes, sad, I get it. But at the same time, I don't get guards. Why? What? Does not compute. Guarding the palace, maybe?
We got a nickname for anyone who trifles with us guards here in Suicide.
I don't know. I guess we'll need to go to another big city that's kind of in the area, but not really. Maybe at the stables? This may just be a side effect from completing the Civil War quests that I don't really ever pay attention to. Because I always like to get the Civil War quest over with quickly. Maybe it is that just replaces the city guards with soldiers.
Stay away from the Aretino residence. The place is cursed.
So if that's the case, we may have a bounty for life, because the people we had the bounty for are no longer in charge.
So you can cast a few spells.
I mean, maybe let's try a few other towns, just to make sure that we're not mistaken for another area. So let's check Falkreath. We know for sure it's not Markarth, because we've not gone to Markarth at all.
Respect for the restoration. Is that fur?
Okay, you're not saying you know me, so it's not Falkreath. Dawnstar might be one of them. Either Dawnstar or Morthal. Because we definitely make enough trips here. Alright, so let's go ahead. Get Daphne along for the ride. As we again check with any guard we see. If we have a bounty here.
You're that one from the college.
Soldiers again, not guards. The heck? Okay, so these may just be bounties we never have to worry about. Now the Civil War quest is done. That's a very interesting concept. I am absolutely not complaining. And I'm also absolutely taking full advantage of the Khajiit chest that's hidden back here. Because remember, you can fast travel when you're overweight on a horse. So raid the chest and let's get to Morthal. Make sure we have no business pending with them as well. Alright, are you wanting to arrest us? How goes it?
Wait, I know you.
Okay, so this is one of them.
The
You're making a
only mistake
mistake!
is you showing your face.
No, it
You
wasn't.
committed
I wanted to
crimes
pay it
against
off.
Skyrim and her people, and it's time to
Okay,
face
this
the
was...
Jarl's justice.
Thankfully, this was the big one. Alright, pay off the $1,000 bounty.
Good enough. I'll just come. Heard about you and your honeyed words.
So now, with us paying off Whiterun and them, that should actually be all the bounties. Let's make sure. Hoffinger. I'm just not sure. Again, all these names. So this might actually be Solitude, because most likely we were whacking our own people as we were cutting our way through the hordes of enemies in Windhelm. So let's again check any guard we can find.
A coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
Okay, again, just
Oh,
holster an
such
arrow.
colors.
There we go. Hey, 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 guard, where are you going? We need you, buddy.
Wait.
There we go. That's where it was.
There's
All
no
right.
mistake. You're a wanted man.
And
it's time to
lastly-
pay for your crimes.
And lastly, pay off
Good
the last
enough.
one.
I'll just confiscate any stolen goods you're carrying. And you're
And just like that, we'll finally be free of all of our bounties. So again, if we look up crime, you notice the only thing it says is total lifetime. So that means we have no bounties with anywhere in Skyrim. We are clean. We are free. Let's move on. And we absolutely need to get to our horse as fast as possible. That's the only problem with Solitude, is they put you really far away from the stables. But luckily, we can cheese the whirlwind
By the
sprint.
gods. I need to ask you to.
Yeah, it won't happen again.
Glad we straightened that out.
And then I do it again. Alright. Keep it going. We'll get there. Inch by inch, step by step. We're getting there. Again, it's the one main issue with Solitude, putting the stable so far away from town. One more and we're there. Come on, Daphne. Let's get back home. Because now we can warp ourselves back to Hinderheim for the first time in what feels like an absolute eternity since we've been here. And the good thing about Daphne, she can literally just drop us off right at the door. So again, it's almost as if you were never overweight to begin with. Because here we can make a few necessary adjustments to completely get ourselves back in working order. So before we even mess with the weapon rack, let's quickly get over to Hymiel. Let's quickly get over to Enchanter so we can disenchant anything we're not using. Which again, this came from the Khajiit Caravan box. So again, if we're not using it, sack it. It all helps the enchanting skill. Now we are wearing those and that, so that's all good. Let's just throw all of our ingredients together. We won't worry about that yet, since we're trying to get rid of stuff right now. Alright. Now, keep it moving. We have some mannequins that we can robe up to get even more items out of our inventory. Mule was like infatuated with the wall there for some reason. Alright, what armor set do we have that we can throw on display? Looks like we have the entire Elven set. So let's go ahead and load it up. There we go. Now over here, let's go ahead and throw up, what our full set do we have that we can show off? Ah, the Stormcloaks. So this is going to be the armor, boots, bracers, and helmet.
It's good to see you again.
Even though the helmet's not showing.
Do you need anything, my
Has the
lad?
store made any money?
We've made a bit of gold. Here, love. This is your share.
What do you have for
A bit
sale?
of this and a bit of that.
And I do that just because you can milk even more gold out of the situation by getting rid of a lot of the stuff that we can't put on display. Again, all the stuff we know we're getting rid of. Alright, that's one major help, but the other one is going to come in the way of getting rid of all this iron stuff. As you can tell, that is helping significantly lower our weight back down. Getting us back to where we need to be to continue our adventure. Okay.
Bye, love.
Finally, we can move normal speed again. That's the best news of the day. At this point, let's just throw out anything else we have. By the door. By the door. So this sack by the door has kind of become our official just stash everything in sack. That way we can literally be on the horse, just grab it and get wherever we need to get to sell it. So basically, if we're not using it, it goes in the sack. Arrows, and we don't really even need a bow anymore. I mean, it's only 9 pounds. Let's keep it just so we have the option of using it from horseback. We might never, but it's not really holding us up much either at only 9 pounds. And again, all of this stuff, if we're not wearing it, it goes in the bin. And those are quest items. Good. Basically, all the potions. Because everywhere we go, we get new potions. So that's not a problem. And we can literally make them. The scrolls we'll keep just because they weigh nothing. And miscellaneous, get rid of, again, anything that we are not using or don't have the potential to use. Luckily, we do have some soul gems back now. And again, just dump everything out that we can't really use while we're on the go. And just like that, we are all the way down to only 124 pounds. We now have a ton of weight that we can use. Unrelenting Force at the ready. Daphne at the ready. And just like this has been the close to an amazing day of adventuring, an amazing week. And the sky is literally the limit as we prepare for all the shenanigans we're going to get into next week. Again, thank you for joining us on this almost daily series. We will see you back next time for the next new Skyrim adventure. Take care, everyone.